16 hours of sleep, that's too much. Like, there's no reason. Sorry, okay. Hello world, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Oluwasolami Afolayan. I'm a Nigerian American Christian girl, and today I will be talking about depression. Yeah, so in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, I will be doing a little series just opening up about my experience with mental illness, specifically depression, and I'm going to be doing my makeup while I'm at it because it could get a little dark. So we're gonna brighten it up with some eyeshadow. Okay, let's get into it. Starting in September, I had gotten a fight with a friend, and it was just not good. Like, it was just causing me so much, like, emotional, oh my god, that's so orange. Anyways, it was just causing me, like, so much emotional distress for us to just not be good, not be fighting, because this is one of, like, my best friends, and I just thought that we were so solid, so for us to not be solid, my brain was like, what is going on? What is this? What's happening? And we used to work out together in the mornings at 6:30, and we would get up every single day and work out and just be on our fitness grind. But when we stopped being good and, like, when we got in a fight, we just stopped working out together. And so my body was like, all right, great, don't have to wake up at 6:30 anymore. So I just started waking up later, and that was the first, not sign, but, like, that was just the beginning of that particular symptom of me oversleeping. So then moving on to, like, October, school for some reason just gets really hard for me in the fall months. I don't know why, but, like, I tend to just lose motivation. And I was taking this class, anatomy and physiology. If you know anatomy and physiology, you know, you just know. Like, if you know, you know. And I was taking this class, and man, I was doing good for a little bit. You know, I was doing okay for a little minute there, but I just started getting really stressed out because of this class. Like, it's such a fast-paced class. Teacher's just like, bro, it is what it is. You can keep up or you can't. And I was trying to keep up for sure, but I just could not handle it. So I was, like, starting to shut down in October school-wise, and I was just like, you know what, this is just, I'm over it. Like, I would start going to class but, like, not pay attention. Like, I would just be on Pinterest the whole time or Twitter the whole time, and I sat in the front, really stopped caring. Like, yeah, that wasn't good. So that was October, and then that was kind of the beginning of my downward spiral. Like, once anatomy started getting hard, I was like, and I'm not doing good with my friend, like, I'm not putting up with this. So my body just started to, like, shut down. Like, I just could not handle life that much anymore. And a lot of people who are depressed, most people who are depressed, isolate themselves, but for different reasons. Everyone has their own reason. For me, I was just always kind of raised to, like, not burden other people with your problems, and, like, not be that girl that's, like, always just, like, a Debbie Downer and, like, focused on herself and, like, her own problems when so many other people have things going on. And so I was like, you know, I can't, like, be that person who's, like, sad all the time. And, like, me and my friend had, like, gotten in a fight once, and she was always talking about how I'm just so negative and, like, all this stuff. And so I was like, yeah, you know what, I just don't, like, what's even wrong with me anyways? Like, I just try to, like, justify that there was, like, nothing wrong with me and all this stuff. And that was, like, leading to me just spiraling downwards and downwards. And by the time November rolled around, like, I was just done with life. Like, I just literally could not handle anything. I stopped replying to text messages, and, like, I just started isolating a bunch. All the free time I had was dedicated now in September towards sleep. I was downward spiraling. I was not eating at all. I was isolating myself so much. I didn't even realize how much until, like, I was looking back on my Snapchat memories. First of all, I looked terrible. Like, I literally looked, I mean, I looked depressed. Like, I didn't look good. And, like, no, I feel like no one noticed, which, looking back, I feel like is definitely a problem. Because I definitely was not being myself in certain aspects. But, like, I was essentially just waiting out November until I could just go home, see my sisters, and just give up on life, because that's essentially where I was. And then I spent all of November while I was at home with my sisters. I was like, finally, you know, I'm at home with my sisters. Like, this is where I am. I'm going to be better. Like, and I essentially just spent all of the month of December trying to convince myself that I was not depressed, which only made me more depressed because I wasn't processing my emotions and I wasn't handling or dealing with literally anything that was going on or anything that was happening to me, because I just did not want to be depressed so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face and makeup, and then I'll come back and finish the story. Okay, I'm back. Full face is on. Added my little hoops because, you know, or whatever. But anyways, okay, so looking back, I realized like what my actual symptoms were, because I can say all this now that I've like gone to therapy and like healed from this, and like I'm still working on healing from all of my issues. But looking back, I can say that like symptom number 1, sleep. I was sleeping for way too long. 16 hours of sleep more than one time in a week. That's too much. I was sleeping way too much and I had no desire to be anywhere but my bed. Symptom number 2 was irritability. I got annoyed with literally everyone. Like all of my friends, they would text me and I would be like, okay, like I would not reply to people. People were just getting on my nerves, and not even because of them, but because I just couldn't handle other human beings, other people. Loss of appetite. I did not ever think that this would be a part of my story ever, because I eat, okay? I eat anything and everything that's vegan, of course. It literally got to the point where like I would sit and like look at food and just not be able to handle the process of picking up my spoon, scooping the food, and then like putting it in. Like I just... Hey, it's Future Me Editing. I just wanted to clarify, in these like 3 things that I was listing, I just wanted to make it clear that I was listing these things because life became harder for me to like physically do. Like I was physically exhausted to the point where I was just oversleeping and the only thing I could handle was sleep, or like I just couldn't handle human interactions, which is why I would get so annoyed, or like the process of eating became so much work that I would only just think about how much work eating was rather than actually eating. So that's what I meant by this clip. I'll have some mental health resources linked in the description box below if you guys want to read further about what I was talking about. Finally, like the biggest one was just like a lack of interest in prayer and Bible study and God. Praying got really, really hard. I did not even know what to say. Like my relationship with God was like non-existent by the time December rolled around, and that was probably the scariest part of all this, because that was like the one thing that I thought I would always have, like my faith, and then I didn't have it. So I was like, maybe there's something wrong with me. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. For me to make this video is kind of scary, so I appreciate anyone who made it to the end and is willing to support me. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Please subscribe. Like 80% of the people that like watched my last video, link up here, not subscribed. You know what I'm saying? So like, help me out. Give me a little gift and like this video, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.